The newsletter, Soak Song, the Sans' Nest. I remember your genocides. It's among us. Look out for a new newsletter this week. A new newsletter? On Valentine's. A new newsletter is coming. Yeah! Welcome everybody back to the Undertale Deltarune newsletter for winter 2024. That's right, it was a bit late this year, but we held on, and we got a new newsletter on Valentine's Day. You can see to start it off, we have that gif of Sans pushing across all the love letters and stuff. Same gif that Toby showed in his tweet announcing it. And then he made another tweet when the letter actually came out. It's almost Valentine's Day. I wonder if your email contains a Valentine-like newsletter in it? And yes, it is out. And we've got this cute gif of Papyrus being given a Valentine by Toby Dog himself. So yeah, let's begin. Love. There's nothing in this world more important. Love. That's everything. Yes, love indeed. And it's specifically love in all caps, which is concerning. Please tell me you're talking about actual love and not love or violence, Toby. But yes, and so today, we at the Undertale Deltarune Newsletter Corp have decided to do something very special for our beloved fans. You are our Valentines. Please enjoy these 3 special cards. And yes, we got these 3 special cards, and I'll talk about these in a moment. What did you think? Did you enjoy your Valentines? Well, let me tell you, that was only a fraction of what we've prepared. You see, there are slightly less than 50 different cards. So trade with your friends to collect them all. And don't try anything tricky. I know you're a freak, but you sent out the newsletters, so I don't think you can cheat by signing up multiple times. And yeah, first off, this text, the I know you're a freak text, that's obviously going to be unique to the truck freak version of the newsletter. So yeah, they wanted us collaborating and trading all these different newsletters to find all 50 of them. Now there's not actually 50. I believe Toby made a follow-up tweet. Yes, there are less than 45 different Valentines you can receive. I wonder if anyone's collected them all yet. There are exactly 44, in fact. We have found them all. Not all of them, I believe, could even appear on the Fangamer's main newsletter web page on the website, but they have been all compiled in this document, and yes, there are 44 of them. Now, I got these 3, Burger Pants, Queen, and Rolls, and I'm not going to go through all of these, because, again, there's 44 of them. It'd take me 10 minutes to go through all of them, and most of them are just funny jokes. Most of my commentary would be just, haha, that's funny. But there are a few specific ones I want to go over. So we have a bunch of newsletters here. There's the Sans one, which has a Halloween background. What did you say it was? You didn't get the memo. It's a lot of different newsletters. Some of them are animated, like this Spamton one. Most of them do have that background, though. I believe this Queen one is running Valentine's. It's all pixelated. So there's a few that are animated, a lot of fun ones. But there's 2 in specific I want to go over. First off, number 40 from Landino and Elena. And you can see immediately upon opening the newsletter, these are the 2 The Weather Always Sticks Together characters from the Spamton sweepstakes. Now, we don't know much about them so far. We've assumed that they're going to be in Chapter 3 due to the, weatherman sort of motif they have going on here. But we actually have a letter from them that seems to build on them. Dear Landino and no one else, you're my eternal moonshine and sunshine. Dear Elena and no one else, you're my sweetest rain and nourishing cloud. Let's give this card to someone else to show how much we exclusively love each other. So first of all, solidifying the moon and I guess sun and moon motif with Landino, and cloud motif with Elena, and actual canon names for them now. So this is apparently Landino, and this is apparently Elena, and apparently they are madly in love with each other. That's their dynamic, so I'm excited to see how that's built upon in Deltarune Chapter 3. I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume they're probably gonna be a bit like Dogami and Tagaressa, but yeah, really cool that we finally get a little bit more of lore on these 2. But there's one Valentine that is even weirder than this one. So first off, you can see number 39, old and new, and the old one is an archived version. That's because the new version is blank. The Fangamer website link to this newsletter, the Fangamer website link to this Valentine is now completely blank. But if we go to the Wayback Machine and take a look at it, it's a strange letter. It's more or less completely illegible. But if you squint your eyes and you squint your heart, or your soul, you could say, for some reason you feel you could understand it. Well, Happy New Year! Or was it the old year? Well, in any case, how is Deltarune? As you are waiting patiently, the time is going around. There was even a rumor of Valentine's Day. How absurd. Every day is a day of love, if only you believe it so. Do you believe it so? So, the purpose of this message. I want to help. Yes, there was someone I wanted to help. I seem to have forgotten who. Yes, it's quite ironic, but I seem to have forgotten. Was it myself? No. Well, perhaps... Regardless, when I see them, I'm certain I will know it straight away. I never forget someone I don't remember. Don't forget. Will you help me? You are very odd responding out loud to a letter, did you? Did you respond out loud? I didn't. I didn't respond, did you? But you seem reliable. I will be counting on you. Now, put on your coat and wash your face, or put on your face and wash your coat. Not necessarily in that order, or in any order at all. Goodbye. Specifically spelled with good and bye separated. There was a sound like something walking away, and the letter was gone. And yeah, that's why the letter disappeared, apparently, and the letter was gone. Very, very interesting letter. And of course, the all caps, the separated words, people immediately went, Gaster? Now, I don't think that Gaster is ruled out, but I don't think it's Gaster. Now, here's why. The first hole put in this was that the Japanese translation of this letter spoke in a different dialect, I guess. I'm not sure if that's the correct word, but it had a different style to how Gaster normally speaks in Deltarune. And this was the same reasoning for solidifying that the Gaster and the Goner Maker intro and whoever actually throws away the vessel is a different character, using that difference in the Japanese localization. I don't think that's super solid evidence, because characters can speak in different ways. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a different character. But even so, it is a little weird how informal it is. You know, Gaster is this mysterious guy who has always been mysterious and knows he's mysterious and sharing his big experiments. He's always been so serious. And suddenly he drops the act for a Valentine. Now granted, he could just be acting informal. Maybe this is adding some characterization to him. But I'm not quite sure if, from what we know, if it's in character. I'm not going to rule it out. It could just be Gaster being informal. But there is a separate theory on who it could be. Now I'm going to be going mostly off of this thread by Wandy Doodles. If you want to look at it yourself, just go to this Twitter @ it should be one of their more recent posts. And it's a thread with all the evidence in the hidden letter in the sweepstakes, evidence of the hidden letter being from Image Friend, aka Mike. So if you don't know who Image Friend is, they're this face that appears in the basement when you go to get the empty disc for Spamton. And people have wondered if that's connected to Mike, the Mike that Spamton speaks about somewhat. Again, these are not all confirmed connections. It's heavily assumed that Image Friend is Mike, and it's even more assumed that Mike could be the one helping Spamton over the phone. None of that is confirmed, but there are connections that could say it is Mike, and this seems to solidify that even more. So first of all, the way it says I want to help could be implying that this is Mike talking about wanting to help Spamton. You know, he wanted to help Spamton over the phone, but he seems to have forgotten who. So whether he has forgotten just naturally, of his own volition, or because someone intervened, say, I don't know, Gaster or the Knight, they seem to be pulling all the strings here. It could be that the person sending this letter, Mike, maybe, wanted to help Spamton, but forgot, and not of his own will, kind of let Spamton down. So Spamton's all sad about Mike, when really Mike didn't stop calling him on purpose. But there is the caveat, of course. He just explicitly calls out how is the Deltarune. But I don't believe this breaks anything. In fact, I think it implies that either Mike or whoever this character is might have the same level of meta-knowledge as Gaster. So if we go back to Image Friend here, in the files, it is called Image Friend it is very specifically typed in all caps with like image as its label. Now, the only stuff in Deltarune's files that has that type of format is stuff that's linked to Gaster, and specifically like the Goner Maker and like the idea of Deltarune, the program, the device, not the world within the Deltarune game, you know? So like the Goner Maker stuff right here, that's all in the same format. Audio drone, the sound that plays in the menu screen when you're picking your files, that's written in the same format. So this seems to imply that Image Friend, if not deployed by Gaster or something directly, could be a character that is on the level, some meta level out of Gaster's machine. Which is really interesting to think that there could be some other parties at play here that are beyond Deltarune as a world. And there's also the fact that the Chapter 3 secret boss, we know so far from Sham foreshadowing it, we won't be able to defeat it without the Shadow Mantle, which is like this very specific special item that we'll need to defeat the secret boss. And it might make more sense why we'd need that if they are this powerful, if they do have this level of meta knowledge more than just Spamton and Jebel, but actually like having some sort of power beyond the game, which is, again, this is all very, very speculative, but it's definitely very interesting. So again, it's no confirmation. This is Mike. No confirmation it's Gaster either. It could be some third character, but I've got a feeling, given the timing, that we're gonna see him in Chapter 3, and it's gonna bring a lot of things to light. So yeah, I'm excited to see who exactly this is teasing. But yeah, that's about it for what I wanted to go over for the Valentines. I've probably spent long enough already on this. I don't want the entire video to be this, so again, I'm probably going to release a video next week with me just dubbing them over. No much commentary or anything, just like going through them if you want to see them all. But I'll also link this doc in the description if you want to read all of them for yourself. But for now, let's actually move on and get to the rest of this friggin' newsletter. I got a cute gif of here of poor Papyrus checking his mailbox for any Valentines and not getting any. Don't worry, Papyrus, Toby will give you one. And then we move on to Undertale and Deltarune's most lovable character, a special Valentine's message. How are those Valentines? Your heart must be practically jumping out of your body in joy and then moving around some sort of green square. Well, for some of you at least. Others might need a little more persuasion to enter love fever mode. Looking at you, non-truck freaks. Yeah. In this case, we've got to bring out our secret weapon. A super special message, direct from your favorite hero, a maestro of love, the cuddliest character, one who would stop at nothing to put a ring on it and get your hearts. Very interesting mentioning rings, Toby. But yes, enjoy. The Spamton Network returns as the Spamton Love Network. Oh boy, so I've already watched this video. If you don't remember, these are the same guys that made the big video at the end of the Spamton sweepstakes. And it's shorter, but just as weird. I mean, I think that he's literally like starts kissing a Spamton cardboard cutout. Yeah, right here. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through the video. Go watch it yourself. There's not too much to go over. It is probably just a skit for fun. So yeah, if you want to watch it, I'll link this in the description as well. It is also public on the Undertale official channel. But there is one thing I wanted to go over, the description. Now, everything below here is the credits, but this link, a radio TV solution, and it goes to radiotv.solution. So if you click this link, this leads to a Twitch group. Like twitch.tv, or a team, I guess? I didn't know this was a thing, but WRTV. And these, I believe, are the Twitch channels of all the members who are listed down here. So yeah, I guess they all have Twitch channels that were linked. And I'm streaming this on Valentine's today, and Holotones appears to be live with a divorced stream. No idea what that's about. I don't know if that's a Spamton reference or not, or if it's just something they're doing. But yeah, Twitch group, I guess, of all the people who worked on it. I got no clue. I am recording this on Valentine's Day, by the way, so I had no idea if this timing was intentional or not. But yeah, I guess if you want to sub to some of these Twitch members, go ahead. But moving on from the Spamton sweepstakes video, we have a Deltarune mini status update, and we got Rouse bowing to us and giving us a little Valentine's letter. I feel like this is from some anime, right? Am I crazy? I feel like I've seen this somewhere. But yeah, happy 2024, everyone. The Deltarune team and I were taking a break for the holidays to visit our families, but now everyone's back and excited to get back to the game. are responding, I guess. Chapter 3, we are working on the Japanese localization. Then we'll begin porting and bug testing the chapter, after which it will be totally complete. As mentioned last time, the team is now mainly focusing on Chapter 4, with some minor work being done on Chapter 5. We've set an internal deadline for ourselves regarding Chapter 4, and our new producer is going to help us make the sweet, sweet moves we need to make to meet it. I'm confident this is going to be a really productive year. So yeah, good on the new producer, finally kicking the team into shape. I believe Toby mentioned them in one of the last few newsletters. But yeah, they're almost done. They're nearly completely done with Chapter 3. And Chapter 4, I'm going to assume, probably is a lot done at this point. This seems to be going by the schedule that I had in my mind, and I do think a 2024 September time release is very possible. So yeah, look forward to the end of the year, guys. As usual, there's nothing much I can share without spoiling anything, because they are pretty late in development. So please take a look at this cup. Hi, cup. No idea what they're about. They're just kind of cute. Maybe they're the Newbert / Starwalker of Chapter 3, just being a silly little guy. But yeah, look, it's cute. Toby always has the craziest NPC designs. But moving on. Valentine's New Year illustration by Saffron Scarf. So yeah, Saffron Scarf returns with some great art. Saffron Scarf informed me that the Year of the Bunny and the Year of the Dragon are right next to each other. Hey, that's kind of romantic, isn't it? So she drew something. And we got RG1 and RGO2 official art. Look at them roasting something over a Vulcan. Some sort of dough, maybe. Eating ramen together with Vulcan hot sauce. And looking at the fireworks together. Oh, and holding, oh yeah, they're holding that, like, one item in Undertale that you can split because you can eat it twice. The bicycle, right? They both have a one-sickle now. So yeah, this is just some cute official RGO1 and RGO2 art. It's not in a separate comic this time, but I'm glad Saffron Scarf got to come back and make some art. And we got the special newsletter spotlight and interview with Gigi, or Gigi. It's probably Gigi. This issue, we've got a special interview with a special friend, Gigi. Gigi has been helping me with concept art since Undertale. They're an amazing artist with unparalleled sense for color and fashion. Their most prominent work shown so far has been the Dark World costumes of Chris and Susie and the background concept art for Chapter 2. But they've contributed many designs to the next chapters as well, so look forward to it. Anyway, on to the interview. First off, we got this beautiful art of Undyne that I have seen before. I'm pretty sure this is some really old art, but I guess this was concept art or something that Gigi made? I never knew Gigi made it, which is kind of crazy, because this has always been one of my favorite Undertale pieces of art. But yeah, go to the interview. It's not too long, but there is quite a bit of content to go over in it. I haven't read all of it yet, but I am going to be putting this in a separate video. So all of the Valentines, I'm going to be putting in a video dubbing them, probably coming out next week, and this interview video, I'm going to be probably putting that out the week after, just to pace myself, you know? I'm busy with college work. Don't get mad at me. But yeah, if you want to read this interview, I'll probably link this directly down below. So yeah, enjoy it. Moving on, game music. You may have heard that I made a music for a certain game recently. Yes, a very certain game. Yes, with totally out of nowhere collaboration. That's right. Soul of Sovereignty. You're probably thinking of Toby and Zoo. No, that's later. But yes, Soul of Sovereignty. I collaborated with Gigi on the soundtrack to their new visual novel, Soul of Sovereignty. The first chapter is not available for purchase. It's a linear story and only takes an hour or two to complete, so check it out. This game is intended for mature audiences, 18 up only. Don't play this, kids. Toby had to make that caveat very quick. So yeah, I don't know what makes this mature, but if you're old enough, go buy the game. It's only $10. Go enjoy the chapter. It's got some beautiful art. I mean, and Gigi's art is always beautiful. So yeah, if you're interested in Gigi's work and Toby making some music for it, go enjoy Soul of Sovereignty. And I believe the soundtrack is, yes, linked down below right here. Go and listen to the soundtrack on Bandcamp. Or it probably will be uploaded on YouTube after some time, but you can buy the album on Bandcamp as well, so support them. As implied, the soundtrack to this was a collaboration. While the two of us both made our own independent tracks here and there, most of the tracks were created by the two of us passing project files back and forth. It honestly felt like a true 50-50 effort, or maybe even more 60-40 on the side of Gigi. Gigi did mention that they wanted the soundtrack to sound like a PlayStation game, so I just sent them all of the sounds I usually use, and we just went wild. Anyway, I don't think I've ever collaborated so back and forth like this, so it was really fun. Plus, it's Gigi's debut as a composer, and I'm really proud. Soul Sop has a more serious fantasy atmosphere than Deltarune, but I think the appeal of the characters is similar in some ways. Like Deltarune, the characters and setting have a long history. They are something that Gigi has been turning around in their head for over 10 years, and it's hard to put into words, but you can feel that. After meeting Loic and Yuzmi for just a moment, they felt like old friends, and it's hard to stop thinking about them. I already want to meet them again. Anyway, if you're interested in a magical fantasy story with a slight dusting of clown woman, I can't give a stronger recommendation. That hit me like a truck. Clown woman. Why? But yeah, again, if you want to listen to the soundtrack or play the game yourself, go and do so, as long as you're old enough. You gotta be 18 and up, apparently. It's a visual novel, so I'm assuming the 18 up is there for some specific themes, but yeah. And go check out the soundtrack again through this link. I'll probably link it directly down below. And then we have a cute gif, Noelle in a bright pink sweatshirt, nervously trying to give a lighter to Susie. And the moment Susie moves her head, she gets scared. Don't worry, Noelle, you can do it. Give the letter to Susie. Torio slippers, its own section. They are real. Put Torio on your feet. Now. Yeah. Torio slippers. $32 if you want to buy them on Fangamer. I believe they came out with the sleep pack. I actually have my own Napster Blue Lantern from the sleep pack, but I didn't get the Torio slippers because I don't really use slippers. But if you want Torio on your feet, go and get them. And I believe this message, by the way, is different in the main newsletter. Yeah, in the main newsletter, if you're not a truck freak, it says, look, if you're a freak, I would tell you to put Torio on your feet, but that would be weird, so I won't say that. That doesn't leave me with many other things to say, though. So yeah, Toby is all too aware of how weird Torio on your feet is, but apparently I'm a truck freak, so I've been commanded by Toby to put them on my feet. I must resist, but thanks, Toby, I guess. And yeah, here it is. Here is what I was talking about earlier, the Touhou Danmaku Kagura, Toby and Zune collaboration. You might have heard, but the song Touhou creator Zune and I collaborated on is out now. It's a bit of a dream come true for me, so give it a listen. Toby also did the cover art for the song. Also, as usual, she did all the sprites in the newsletter. Thank you, Temmie. And of course, she made this little animation as well of Papyrus getting the Valentine's from Toby. But yeah, UN Owen Was Hero is out. The Touhou Danmaku Kagura official channel has released it. And I mean, just look at that beautiful art. Temmie has such a cool art style. It's so warm. And we got I forget, Flandre, I think that's her, the vampire woman, whatever, with the rainbow wings, facing off against Undyne. Yeah, it's a beautiful looking art. And the actual, game art, actual fighting game, just beautiful. If you want to go and listen to the song, I'm not going to play it too much because it might be copyrighted. If you want to go listen to the song yourself, just go to the Touhou Danmaku Kagura channel. I'll probably link it directly down below. And hey, if you're interested in rhythm games like this, you might be interested in getting the actual game, which is wishlist advertised in the description down here. So yeah, go listen to the song. It's a really great song. It's so awesome seeing Toby and Zune collaborate on a song. So moving on from that beautiful work, we have Yuzuru Hanyu Repray. I hope I said that right. Yuzuru Hanyu, considered to be one of the best ice skaters of all time, if not the best ice skater of all time, is ice skating to Megalovania. And if you go here to the Yuzuru Hanyu Ice Story 2nd Repray Tour, we can see their advertisement for the tour here. In July 2022, he turned into a professional athlete. Since then, he's made some awesome figure skating stuff. But yeah, apparently he'll be dancing to Megalovania. To explain the context, Yuzuru-san is currently putting on a special one-man ice show called Repray. It tells the story of inspired by his favorite RPG games. The performance uses many songs from games that he loves, including Lufia 2, which made me extremely happy. I've not heard of that, but I won't spoil too much, but the plot seemed a bit inspired by Undertale, which was a wonderful surprise. Ooh. I might have to watch the tour now. I might have to see info myself, at least a YouTube recording if there's an actual story behind this. It goes without saying, but it's a huge honor to have my music used in an event like this. Luckily, I was able to attend in person. It is one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. When he turned toward the stands, I screamed and felt like Winnie the Pooh for a second. I'm not sure if it's corny to share this, but we sent him some flowers before his performance. And I have this great image of Sans. So I guess there's white flowers in the middle, and then they put some cardboard or foam thing to. Oh, maybe there's a blue flower right under there. But that's genuinely beautiful. I didn't even know you could, like, make boxes like that. Seeing this flower arrangement fills you with determination. I'll let you guys know if there's ever a way for you to view the performance for yourselves. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it's a more private, exclusive thing, or maybe it's just in Japan. Not sure, but I hope we get a chance to see that performance. I really hope we can see it in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, crazy how much Megalovania has been getting around. I mean, it's been used in Smash Bros. It was performed by that one guy that did like a whole showed it that was in the last newsletter, and that showed it to Toby. And it's been played for the Pope as well. I mean, Toby just keeps winning. And I sort of skipped past it earlier, but this Megalovania actually has a link attached to it. If I click on it, placeholder image, and it's a very wide Sans ice skating. Oh boy, you can always tell when the art is by Toby. And then we have a cute little image of Alphys with her Valentine, probably boxy chocolates to give to Undyne, and then Undyne just with a huge one suplexing one behind her. Oh no. But yes, the conclusion. Now I have another GIF with Sans saying real star. I'm assuming that's some reference to something? Not sure. But I'm sure after that lovely newsletter, your heart must be going doki doki, ban ban, pico pico, and several other noises that only a doctor can properly diagnose. Interesting wording. But there's one more thing. Temmie did an illustration for 8-4's New Year's card. I don't know what 8-4 is, but it's a cool New Year's card. Look at that. Look at that. Susie, everyone with a ball in their mouth. I think those are oranges, but Chris has an apple. Like the apple shampoo hair? Is that a reference? But yeah, Susie's looking great as a little like dino girl. And we got an actual dino here. And then Toby Dog with his own squeaky toy. Cute, right? It is cute. Hope everyone has an auspicious 2024, Year of the Dragon. See ya. And then as a final image, we have Spamton's kissing booth with the most, $50 by the way, but with the most cursed image of Spamton I have ever seen. And which, by the way, wasn't even just a cursed thing made for this. This is actually a reference to concept art Toby made. So back in January, he released Happy Valentine's Day, which is the first foreshadowing that made everyone think, oh, is there a newsletter coming out on Valentine's with Sans times Reagan from the Tumblr Sexy Man poll. If we go down below, we have one with Birdly, and then one with Spamton doing that same kissy face. Yeah, I need your money. Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel looking at this. You may have single-handedly, the creator of the character may have single-handedly ruined Spamton for me. I'm not sure, but I will need some time to think about this. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for all of the Valentines, which again I'll be dubbing, and the actual interview with Gigi, which is gonna be really fun to read. So yeah, stay tuned for those for the coming weeks. But for now, I gotta take care. I gotta edit this quick because I got a test Friday and I need to be able to edit this video before then. So see y'all later, and happy Valentine's Day. Hope you're not lonely. Hope you're not so lonely that you're desperate to kiss even Spamton. Please don't pay Spamton to kiss him, please. I am begging.